Hey, we're back on Kook. As usual, where stories, emotions, and the realities of the entertainment world collide. This time, we bring news that has left millions of fans speechless, holding their breath, and wondering about the future of two big names who have always been side by side in their hearts. It's no exaggeration to say that the world of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's fans was shaken. In a Weibo live broadcast that took place without much warning, the two calmly but firmly confirmed that they would be separating temporarily. It wasn't a conflict-filled separation, nor the end of everything, but a meaningful break. The word temporarily sounds short, but to fans, it felt long and heavy. When Wang Yibo said those words, his expression was mature, as if he had thought through much. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan, with his gentle smile, tried to quell the worry that was clearly visible on screen. They explained that this decision was not the result of personal issues. There was no fight, no rift. On the contrary, it was a conscious decision to maintain sanity amidst increasingly busy schedules and the almost constant demands of the industry. The timeline of this announcement became a hot topic of conversation. A few days prior, fans had begun to sense something strange. Schedules no longer overlapped, posts that felt more personal, and activities increasingly individual. But no one was truly prepared when the confirmation was finally announced in person. Fan reactions came like a massive wave. Social media was filled with virtual tears, messages of support, and old memories being reposted. Some were sad, some angry, but many more were trying to understand. Because deep down, they knew their idols were human too. Wang Yibo spoke about the mental exhaustion often unseen by the camera, about the pressure to always be perfect, always strong, always ready. Xiao Zhan added that sometimes, distance is needed for someone to rediscover themselves. Despite the temporary separation, the two emphasized that their connection with their fans would not be severed. They had prepared strategies to stay close, even though they were walking their own paths. Solo projects, personal messages through interviews, and small moments they still wanted to share. There was a maturity evident in the way they conveyed everything. There was no over-the-top drama, no forced tears. There's only honesty and the courage to say, "We need time." For Wang Yibo, this phase is an opportunity to challenge himself further. He wants to explore bolder roles, a broader artistic world, and his identity as a standalone individual, without anyone's shadow, without the expectations of a partner. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan sees this hiatus as a space to breathe. He wants to return to his roots, deepen his acting, and maintain the emotional balance that has often been neglected. For him, mental health is not a weakness, but a foundation. The meaning of this temporary separation is far deeper than just separate schedules. It symbolizes growth. Two people who once walked side by side are now choosing to walk alone so that they can one day return as the best versions of themselves. Many fans have turned their sadness into support. They have begun writing hopeful messages, saying they will wait. That true love isn't about having every moment, but about giving space when needed. The entertainment industry often forgets that behind the spotlight, there's a soul that can be weary. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's decision serves as an important reminder that taking a break doesn't mean giving up, and distance doesn't mean the end. Many are wondering if they'll ever reunite on a project. The question remains open, without a definitive answer. But that's precisely where hope grows, slowly, but surely. One thing is for sure, this separation isn't the end of the story. It's simply a new chapter written with the ink of courage and self-awareness. A break that will likely make their story even more meaningful in the future. Time will tell how this decision shapes them both. Behind the scenes, without the glare of cameras and the cheers of fans, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan now walk in productive silence. A silence that isn't empty, but rather filled with reflection, hard work, and a more honest search for identity. There's a natural fear in the hearts of fans, a fear that prolonged distance will turn into a permanent one. But that's precisely where the implicit message of this decision feels most powerful. They want to show that healthy relationships, both friendships and professional ones, don't crumble simply because of space and time. In an entertainment world that often demands closeness as a commodity, this move feels courageous. They choose honesty over illusion, choosing mental health over market expectations. A choice that may not be easy, but it's very human. Every solo project they undertake will carry traces of their shared journey. Those experiences, emotions, and memories don't disappear, but instead transform into more mature and profound creative fuel. Fans are slowly learning to enjoy this process. They began to celebrate individual achievements, support without comparison, and understand that love doesn't always have to exist in the same frame. There's beauty in waiting for the moment when two now separated paths might intersect again. Not as an obligation, but as a choice born of readiness. This decision also opened a broader conversation about mental health in the Asian entertainment industry, about the importance of boundaries, about the right to rest, and about the courage to say enough when the world demands too much. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan may be walking alone now, but they're not entirely alone. The support of millions of hearts still accompanies them every step of the way, a small light that warms their journey. And in the end, no matter what happens next, they've proven one thing, that the most powerful stories aren't those that are always together, but those that dare to grow, even if they have to overcome gaps and distance first. For fans, this is a test of loyalty and maturity. Can they love without demanding? Can they support without always seeing them together? At Kook, we believe that every journey has its own rhythm. And sometimes, separate steps actually lead us to a more beautiful reunion. So, instead of saying goodbye, perhaps it's more appropriate to say, see you soon. With stronger hearts, bigger dreams, and an unfinished story.